Evening, people. Welcome back to the Graft podcast. We're in Moo Moo's Censorship nightclub, and this week we're going to be talking about all the fuck-ups that we made during our 20s that we only if we knew then what we know now. So we're going to go and right, what the fuck?
Basically, what we're doing is we're talking about mistakes that we have made, or you can potentially make in your 20s, that we would change now if we could go back in time, but you can't. So we're going to try to help you guys. Yeah?
Yeah, fair play to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for finishing that off.
Thank you very much.
The reason why we can comment on this is because we've made loads of fuck ups. We've made loads of mistakes, and we're now towards the end of. Oh no, he's missed it over 20 now. He's 30s.
32.
I feel like I say this every pod about your age. I'm sorry.
We do
It's
bring it
alright,
up
I
a
don't
lot,
mind.
It ain't a negative. I'm not saying it trying to cuss you out.
Do you know what? I actually don't mind. It's okay.
Fair play to you.
Because I know I look younger,
Yeah, you
so it's
do,
okay.
yeah.
And I'm still making a lot of mistakes, so thank you.
Fair play to
Your back
you.
hurts though, doesn't it?
What?
Your back hurts though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You look the oldest on the pod though, bruv, so I wouldn't even stress.
Alright,
And you're the youngest.
thank you.
I love you, Merc.
I know what you're going to say then.
Would you?
No, I can't say it on pod.
He
knows-
You know what I was about to say? I didn't want to say it.
I'm not going to cuss you like that.
Anyway, right. The reason why we think we're qualified to talk about this is because we're all in the back end of our 20s. So we've experienced nearly the whole of our 20s. Oz experienced the whole of his 20s. And we've all made loads and loads of mistakes. Yeah. Loads of mistakes. Some things that I do regret and some things I don't regret. Because obviously you learn from your mistakes. That's how you grow. And it's important to make mistakes because otherwise you'd never learn. Anyone want to start us off with a big mistake that they've made in their 20s? If they could go back in time and change, they would. Or they would give advice to not to make that mistake.
So a massive mistake that I made when I was younger, when I first took a step into the working world, was not sticking at a job for too long. I always thought I was better than the job that I was in. And I never really kind of gave it the opportunity to suss out what it was about before thinking I was too good for it and left. And I think when you kind of get into that mindset of thinking you're better than the job, you won't really stick it out and see what you can, where it can potentially take you, what you can learn from it. Because I was always in very good jobs. I was always in sales jobs. I managed to get my foot through the door in a lot of great companies and jobs, but I just never really gave it a proper go. And I think that's a massive mistake that people can make, is thinking they're way too good for it and just leaving for a little bit more money or whatever it is, thinking they're going to do better because of a certain other opportunity. For the silliest reason they leave. I think you need to stay put in a job, suss it out. Unless you actually do believe it's shit, then I do get it, you can leave. But I think you need to stay in a job before and test the waters before leaving.
Yeah, I agree. People jump the gun too quick.
I've done that before as well. I've done that 100%. I thought I was better than a job. My first ever job, I think I've spoke about this on pod, but for the new viewers' sake, my first job out of college, whilst I was in college actually, was Tesco Express. And at that moment in my life, I didn't think I was too good for the job, but at the back end of it, I did think I was. Like, I'm better than this. But looking back, bruv, like, who was I to say that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why was I better than that job? What gave me that kind of right to even think that or have that thought process? And I think it's a lot to do with ego. People you surround yourself with as well, they might be making more peas than you, or they've got better jobs than you. Or, because of the main reason nowadays, is the Instagram era.
Yeah.
Social media era is probably putting a lot of stigma on loads of things.
True.
People don't want to be seen to be working in these places. They're embarrassed to say they work in these places. But I don't think people realise how lucky you are to even get a job in the first place. There's people that, like, out there in the world that would die to be in your position, and sometimes you need to remove your ego. Especially
You need to humble yourself.
Yeah. Especially when you're younger, you need to remove that ego and just like understand that everyone starts somewhere, and that is a fundamental building block to you becoming who you are.
Very true. Everyone's dealt with different cards, as we said on different pods. Some people's family have businesses, or some people know someone that knows someone that could help you get through, like, their foot through a door. And just because you're not at that position, sometimes you get a bit disheartened about it. But I think, again, as long as, like, you kind of focus on something and actually smash it out, you'll be able to get to places rather than feeling bitter about the whole thing. But would you lot say there's a difference between thinking you're better than a job than wanting more?
Yes, there's a difference.
Massive difference,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's how you got to channel that energy. Don't think you're better than that and then start looking at people in a different way, but it's, I want more, so I'm going to smash this out, but then I'm going to level up is how you need to look at
that's
it.
that's the mentality that you need to have.
100%.
Facts, 100% always.
You're not below any job. Like, do whatever you need to do.
What did you first do?
Mate, my first job was at Sports Direct. It was an absolute. I was getting paid like £3.65 an hour.
Wow.
I was getting in like starting like 6 in the morning, sorting like stock out, and then leaving at like 7, 8 at night. Horrible. But I was getting like 300 quid a month.
Fucking hell.
Tesco was paying me 400 a month.
Was that full time?
Like part time, but I was working a lot of hours.
Really?
Bad, bro.
But don't you think you have to do jobs like that in order to know the value of another job which comes along your way to know the real worth of it?
100%,
Yeah.
bruv.
I'm glad I've done it. Like, it's just a good thing to do. I don't think it's bad to start off in like a shit job.
Yeah, retail as well.
Yeah.
Done a lot of retail jobs when I was younger. That was long, bruv.
I
Retail
fucking
was
loved
long.
retail though.
I feel sorry for people in retail.
Yeah,
man.
it's like-
retail is long.
I
bruv.
done retail. I loved it.
Worked in
Really?
Lacoste and I worked in Reese.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed working at Reese because of the clubber. I love the clubber.
Yeah.
Like I just, especially when I was that age as well. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have been able to probably afford that clubber at that age. Do you know what I mean? Apart from when I worked there, but working every weekend and then the
Yeah,
Christmas
it's-
periods and late shifts and yeah.
You know why I enjoyed mine though? I was chopping my manager.
Oh, there you go.
So what I did,
What was his
I
name?
found what I did. Yeah.
What was his name?
What was
Okay,
his-
shut your mouth. Not like there's anything wrong with that preference, guys.
Yeah, no,
Not
yeah,
for
we
me.
have
nothing
fine.
against that.
Not
It's
for me.
fine. Disclaimer: if you're gay, it's fine to be okay. No one
Exactly.
judges you on this pod. It's just
If you like
friendly
the sausage, it's not a problem.
Yeah, if you like a massage on the old sausage, remember the sausage. It's up to you, innit?
No, but I was chopping my manager. She became my girlfriend at some point, but I knew like the manager code to kind of get everything on a discounted price. So when my old deal would come, I sold her a pair of jeans for £2.50. Sick. So I used to just like I would be able to go onto the machine and put in a discount code and stuff. Don't touch me. I'm telling the story.
Let go of the fucking mic.
But basically,
You got the Joseph syndrome, innit?
yeah, I just really enjoyed working there. It was good.
Where did you work? Sorry.
New Look in
New Look.
Westfield. Yeah, it was
Is
good.
no look even about anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
They
been
do well.
bought out in it by
They've gone to they're basically now they're actually mainly now a massive online retailer.
Yeah.
Most of
Massive.
them are.
Massive.
Retail's
Yeah.
dead, bro. Like retail is
It
changed
depends on the
dramatically.
high end luxury is.
No, it's not dead in Dubai, bruv.
No, not in
Yeah.
Dubai,
You
but
walk
like
to the mall, the mall's
Yeah,
packed.
yeah.
that's different though, isn't it? People there got cash money still to
Yeah,
spend.
that's right.
Over here, people ain't really rolling around with cash money.
That's what
anymore.
I'm saying. It's
Everything's gone digital.
Is it retail or is it the environment you
It's,
live in?
it's the environment that has caused that 100%, but that's
Yeah.
stopping people from wanting to do
I
more.
miss that though, man. Like, I'm like Blue Water used to be so lovely.
I hate shopping, bro.
I hate
Now
shopping.
I used to love it.
I used to love it.
Hate it.
Hate it. I think it's the biggest waste of time
oh,
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a waste of
Fair
time.
play
isn't
to
it?
us.
Fair play to us. Get in your car, sit in traffic, get there, stress about finding space, then you got to get out, you got to
Oh,
walk,
no, I don't mind it,
But
man.
do you think you're saying
feeling
that?
stuff, try
I like
stuff
going
on.
to try stuff on and that. And if I know I'm going out for a prop like for a splash up and I'm going like to Blue Water or I'm going to London or whatever, I don't mind. I think
The only
it's fine.
time I like maybe doing that is if I get a suit fit or something. Other
Yeah,
than that,
suits are different. Or
Other
like, yeah, I just don't think it's
what a
like
waste of
for
time.
the sake of like a t-shirt and jeans, bro.
Oh yeah, something like that. I don't.
Do you know what I
need
mean?
to
Like,
go
unless you're
shopping
going like proper nice, like LV, like proper designer stuff, and you want to like actually experience it.
Do you reckon you just like the convenience of online shopping now, hence why I don't like shopping in person?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
That's got to be it.
Unless I'll tell you when shopping's cool. Whether like you say you go, it's a Saturday, you haven't got many plans. You've just been to the gym. One of the boys goes, "Oh, do you fancy going to Nando's?" You pop into Blue Water. For those who don't know, Blue Water is a shopping centre. It's like a mall. Go to Blue Water, have a Nando's, go for a coffee, have a walk around with your coffee, look in the shops, look at certain things. But I would hate to just go to somewhere to go and get a specific outfit or look for clothing because I've got a night out. That would just stress me out.
Yeah, same.
I'd rather just go online, see a t-shirt I like, order it in 2 sizes just in case one doesn't fit, and then send the one back after it doesn't fit, and that's job done.
I think that's only because now that's what you're now used to.
Yeah, but what would you prefer to do? You really want to waste that much time?
Yeah, I don't disenjoy
Pay
it,
for
but yeah, I'll
parking.
order online. I don't disenjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Like there's
If I needed to go shop, I'd go shopping.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't bother me. But like,
Yeah,
if I'm there and just order something, then blessed. It's
John Lewis, yeah.
John Lewis. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, there's private joke, isn't it?
All right. Do you want to share it or not?
No, you can't.
Can you share it?
Can you?
No. But anyway, we're digressing. Mistakes we made in
Yeah.
our 20s, not where to shop.
Mine was very similar to Ozzy's, actually, my first one. It's to do with work. Is a mistake I feel as though I made when I was younger was not getting a trade under my belt. Was I really wished that I've either got a trade to be a sparky, be a plumber, be a gas engineer, like especially a sparky, because a lot of our boys are sparkies. They do incredibly well, or they specialise in the field of like fire alarms and stuff like that. Like you will always make money, and it's completely universal. You can go anywhere in the world with that skill, and you'll make money. You go to Australia, you go to America, anywhere you go, if you know how to work electrics, and then obviously you keep up to date with everything else that's coming out now, especially with electric cars and all that, installing endpoints and stuff like that. You'll always make dough, always, and then you can start making. It's very easy to then start a business, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do private work and stuff like that. So I've
Learning
always regretted not having a trade under my belt. Always.
That's a good shout.
And you know why that's good as well? Because when you have your own home DIY,
you do it all,
everything yourself, and you save so much
money. My house
from it.
has been done by my mates. Do you know what I mean? I've done it. It would have cost me a fucking fortune to have the work I've done.
It's expensive to get that shit done.
Do you know what I mean? Or something like just some sort of. I mean, I don't think I'm not talking like a plasterer or something like that. That's dirty work. They earn fucking good money, but it's hard fucking dirty work. Sparky for me or something like that. I just really wish I've got that because
I think it's difficult to do as well. It's not like an easy.
It's 4 years at college. Do you know what I mean? It's a long time, and then you start off as an apprentice.
Yeah.
And then your money
every
goes
year
up.
You've got to like do a retest.
I went to college for it.
Yeah, I really wish I'd done.
I lasted 3 weeks. I headbutted someone in my class.
Nice.
Banging.
I really wish I'd done. Because now, when I talk to the boys about, I spoke to them about years ago, I'm like, boy, we want to start up, and it's like, well, bro, we got to start you at the bottom. Like, you've got to start X amount of money. I'm like, fucking hell, bro, I couldn't even survive on
I don't think that's a bad thing though, because like either you start it or you don't. Like
There's two ways of
you
looking
can
at
pay for a course, but it costs thousands.
There's two ways of looking at what you said. There's two sides of every coin. I agree with you, and I think tradesmen are the building blocks of every country, especially the UK. I feel like, well, without the
everywhere.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like built up cities and stuff like that. You need tradesmen to build these cities and stuff like that. And I feel like they are the backbone of every successful country. However, from a personal point of view, I do see your point, but at the same time, I feel like if I would have led down that path, this path wouldn't have opened, or the creative path of what my mind's like wouldn't have opened, because I'd have probably been comfortable with that, because you can earn very good money being a Sparky, very, very good money, and then maybe that would have led me to become comfortable.
Yeah,
you think?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree.
But you're still kind of doing a job and then doing this anyway. So what's to say that you could have been a Sparky and then this could have happened anyway?
Just a skill, isn't it?
Yes, no, I agree, it's a skill, but then what would I have done with that time when
I'm just trying to think of like people that I see across TikTok sometimes. Like, there's people that are cleaning like, I don't know if this has any relevance. What's it called when they like?
No, they do their hooves, the horseshoes.
The horseshoes and stuff,
Yeah,
basically,
farrier.
right?
Yeah.
And there's people like are just making money. Oh, there's
A farrier.
farrier. So yeah, exactly. So there's people that are doing that are channel that into social media and making money off it. There's a guy that just chops wood on TikTok, and all women are creaming over it. And he's making money from it. So I reckon.
No, I agree.
If this is meant to be for you, it will find you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very true.
That's what I think.
There's a guy there that makes pee on TikTok cleaning swimming pools, bro.
Yeah, that's a sick job.
But we never knew this day was going to come.
I knew I was going to come.
I'm going to come.
I didn't want to say it.
I'm going to come.
I held myself.
You never knew this era would happen. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course not. But
That's hindsight. That's what I'm saying. So like, I reckon that might have distracted me. If I would have, you're right.
No, because you're still busy in your own job now, bro. Do you know what I mean? And like,
I don't want to bake myself up.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you still.
I would not be
you
able
do
to
the same hours as you would be in a Sparky.
No, I wouldn't, bro. I'd never be able to do this. I'd never. This wouldn't have happened. This pod would never happen. Never. This pod would never happen.
You what?
You'd be swamped with work as a Sparky. They don't finish at like 5, bro. They got jobs, then they got.
My boys ring me at fucking 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, brother.
But
On the way home.
the first 10 pods I edited myself, and all the reels. Where would I have found time?
In the evenings.
But they're probably quite established. Like they've probably got to sort of point now where they can finish at 4. Like if you're starting off as Sparky, bro, then you got to be everywhere, here, there, everywhere.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but that's it. But that's what I'm saying. He would have been that age.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have even.
So at this age now, it'd be fucking. You'd be finishing work at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you know what I mean?
I see your point. I just don't think I'm looking for something to show you. By the way, I don't think I would have fell into this. Again, anyway, your path's designed.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm just saying. I just wish I had that under my belt.
I
That
agree.
is a skill. I wish I had a trade, because if God forbid anything happens and
I get
whatever blah with work, you can always fall back on that, and you can make money like that.
Yeah,
like
true.
the people are always looking for an electrician's mate, a Sparky, anything. With private work, people need a house rewire. They need this doing done. Like, you will always make money. So young boys out there, obviously, if you've got a big dream,
And girls.
and girls, yeah, sure, it's not really that thing, but yeah, and girls, if you've got a big dream out there, that is one thing. Yeah, you're always working towards that. But if I could say or recommend my own personal view, if you are sort of 17, 16, 18, thinking, what the fuck am I going to go and study now? What do I go to college? Me personally, if you are 16, 17 and going into college, go and learn a trade. Go and learn how to be a Sparky, because you're finished by the time you're 20, 21. Come out of there, start off an apprentice, and you're earning 100 quid a day straight away. Do you know what I mean? That might not sound like a lot, but it's longevity. In the next couple of years, next thing you know, you're at 200 quid a day. Do you know what I mean?
I'd second that. I agree. I do agree with what you said.
Weekend work, like there's always money to be made. Trust me, there's one thing that's if I can take from when I was younger, is take the work and money while it's there when you're younger. Like rather than being out and about doing fuck all and spending it. If you're not earning it, you're spending.
Do you know what I think is also a
You yawn on me then, you cheeky.
like this?
I didn't yawn. Someone yawned, weren't they?
I got one.
Go on.
I think you will agree as well. Another massive like mistake you can make when you're younger, which I think comes more from your mum and dad, is being given enough money and allowance to feel so comfortable that you're never gonna kind of feel the need to want to work. So there's some families out there that will give their kids money because they have it, they've got an abundance of it, they do well, and they literally spoil their kids to the point the kid just has no enthusiasm, no fucking light in them to want to do anything. So I think some kids are spoiled to some sort of respect. They don't feel like they need to work. And I think when it comes to a certain age and you've not really grafted, you'll get to a certain point and feel a sense of entitlement and just not have that enthusiasm to want to work, whether it's for someone or for yourself. You can gain that at some point in your life, but I think when kids are young, especially at like 15, 16, 17, your head's still like a sponge. If I was a father and I had a kid, I would be putting him in a position where he knows or she knows that they need to work for that money because it doesn't fucking trees. And I think a lot of parents...
They need to understand the value of money.
Exactly. So if you are going to give them money, why are you giving them that money?
Yeah.
Make them know that
house chore. Go and clean your room. Go and clean that's how I earn my pocket money.
But however it is, that's how you learn it. A lot of kids don't know the value of it, right? So, and I think when parents do that, they're doing themselves a massive disinjustice and actually setting them up for failure before their life has even begun.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it kills drive. If you've got like a rich upbringing, nothing against people that are rich, but generally speaking, most people that kind of make something of themselves will come from a background that isn't heavily funded. But you do get some people that have got rich parents who get put into the same system and they will come out the same as well. But realistically, I think a lot of people with a rich background don't really have the drive.
Look how fucked up kids are in private school. I'm sorry, but why? What's up?
I'm analysing his mic. I think he's moved it again.
That's cool. I just think kids in private school are so fucked up. Like private school used to be the way that everyone used to gas about, going, "Oh my god, you go to private school," but you hear horror stories now of kids in them types of schools. So it's almost like, what do you do? Like you want to do well enough to put your kid in a private school so they do better. But then I think those are the types of kids that get everything they fucking want on a plate. And then it's like they go down different roads and paths. I don't know if I'm going down a rabbit hole here, but I think
I would agree. I think I'd rather put my kid into a public school and have the funding to kind of like steer him into what he wants to do, rather than put him into a private school.
Yeah,
just
a very good public school. You can.
I don't think private school would. I don't know. I don't think I would have been happy if I went to private school.
I would have been. What?
And even if don't forget,
I'm just thinking about that. I'm just like,
it's your environment as well. I think personally, so a lot of them.
I know that obviously we went public school. Do you know what I mean? So I think it'd be very different once we've all got children. Would I want my kid to go to a public school the way I did? Potentially not.
In our day and age, yeah.
Not in this day and age, because they keep pushing all this weird shit on
them.
So that's what I'm saying. So perhaps private school, but God willing, we've got that money to send our kids to private school. But at the same time, that's a very I don't know the answer. It's a good topic actually. I wouldn't know what I'd want to do to my kids because I know some really good boys that come from private school and they're proper lads. Like they proper get on a session and that as well. Like I'm talking like rugby. They not like that.
Qualifies them.
Not like that.
Yeah.
They're not disconnected from the real world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they know what the crack is.
Some of them
like,
are the worst ones.
Like that, yeah. So I mean, like they're fucking the parties that they throw and the way they drink. Like they love the rugby and their football. They're them type of guys, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? And they fucking love it. So
they drink their own piss.
I just don't know. I don't know what I'd want to do. Because I want my kid to be. I want my kid to be street smart.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want them to learn it through the streets. I want to we can teach them that.
I don't think you can. That can be taught.
You gotta learn from your environment. Yeah.
That's environment. You can't teach your kids to be street smart. They have to learn that on their own.
I don't know. I don't want my kids to know that shit.
Otherwise they'll turn out to be.
Do you know what I'm saying? I want them to be wise enough to know what the crack is, but also wise enough to be like, I don't want any involvement in that.
Well, no, they don't have to be involved in it. They just have to be aware of it. But we were.
You can only do so much as a parent. Yeah. Like your duty as a parent, but a massive part of a child's life definitely depends on their environment, their friends, their school, people that they're.
My kids will not grow up in a city. I know that. They will not grow up.
What if it's Dubai?
No, that's the worst place for kids to grow up.
You think?
Yeah, it's awful, bruv.
What, Dubai?
It's way too safe. So many people said it. It's too safe. It's too artificial.
I know what he means.
It's not realistic.
Probably
It's not
soften-
real, it's not
soften
real,
your kid
yeah.
too much.
But then how do you find the balance of that?
Yeah.
Just grow up somewhere else, bro.
Yeah, but I'm asking you, I'm just asking you, just
I
like,
wouldn't want to have a family in Dubai personally. I'd rather have the family in England than eventually shift out to Dubai.
Yeah.
I would not want to bring a family.
I would
up
want
to
to.
Dubai.
I would rather raise my kid here.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, cool. We're going down the rabbit hole here, aren't we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's a good topic.
I don't want to raise.
No,
my
I know. I
family
think it's a
in
great
UK.
topic. I'm just saying, like, where do you? Because none of us have a kid, so we're all unqualified.
Like you can go to like I don't care what anybody says. Some parts of the UK are just unbelievable. Like beautiful, good places, good people,
Even I feel like
money. Like you raise them somewhere like Cornwall, something like
Then
that.
you got the same. Then you got the same situation.
Yeah, you got the same
then it's too
situation.
Of
safe and
what?
secluded, and like your kid's gonna be a bean. Because realistically, they are.
anyone who grows up in these kind of places turns into.
But imagine
beans.
having your kid grow up in Dubai its whole life and just come putting it into fucking Birmingham.
Be fucked.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, it's a shithole though.
Yeah, but exactly. You don't want that.
Sorry for anyone that's in Birmingham, Mason.
London's a
Yeah,
shithole.
or London.
You
Like,
drop them in central London,
Yeah.
they're
they
a
would
shithole.
struggle.
Do
They
you know
wouldn't
what
be
I
able
mean?
to communicate. They
Well,
wouldn't get
Sadiq
about.
Khan's London. Fuck Sadiq Khan.
Yeah.
Do you know what it depends on? It depends
But
on
I
you.
don't know if I'd mind my kid being like that though. I don't.
Yeah, but this
do I want my kid sinning and doing some of the shit we've done?
My mum would cry if she knew what I got.
That's
to.
what I'm saying. Do I want my kid doing everything I've done when I was younger? We've done stuff I'm definitely not proud of.
Yeah, but then, but look, I don't think it's. Has that really had a detrimental effect in your life?
Who knows?
It could have.
Yeah. How do I know I wouldn't be in a better
could have.
position now at 29 years old? I'm in an
I agree.
privileged position, but I've got myself here.
So, same here. I got myself here as well.
Do you know
But
what I
what my point
So
is,
sorry, go on. You land and then I'll say
all I
something.
was going to say is, I was going to actually say this before you even said this, which is crazy. I don't feel. Someone said I've got a big ego the other day. That's fine. You can have that opinion. But what I was going to say is, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But I know that I'd say as a UK standard or as a world standard, I'm definitely above average. And I said all of us qualify as that, right? And then I look at everyone that was in my class at school that were apparently the good students, ones that got straight A's, the ones that followed all the rules, the ones that never got detention. Nearly all of them have got shit lives now. And I'm
Bruv,
like,
facts.
and I'm like,
I think the same all the fucking time.
I look at all their lives and I'm like, bruv, you playing by the rule book the whole time, and I feel like
true.
I've won. I know I haven't made it, and I'm not where I want to be, but I look at my life and I'm like, bruv, if I was in your position, I'd be dead depressed right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And all these motherfuckers didn't get the detention, didn't get suspended, didn't get expelled, didn't have fights. I've done all of that, and I feel like I've come out on the good end. I haven't been arrested, I'm in prison. Hopefully I never do go to prison. But I'm just saying, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad that what you're saying is you don't want your kids doing that, but has it really had a bad effect? Because look at all these other people that did follow the rule books and look where their lives are at.
I think the one thing that scares me about that is our kids doing that stuff. And I think we're very fortunate that we've gone and lived and experienced all of this, and God willing, everyone's okay still. Like, shit can go wrong, mistake. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
There's so many situations me and you have been in that could have gone peak time.
Right, that's what I'm
I've
saying.
been
Like,
in
really
awful
badly.
situations.
Do you know
I've
what I'm
been in
saying?
very
for
awful
various
situations,
reasons, whether
yeah.
that's because of violence or because of drugs, because of alcohol.
Bruv, it just
Do you know what? No, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Just the environments that we've been in, leave it in. I don't care. Just the parties, anything that's gone on. There's been some real sticky situations, right? And it's just like, fucking hell, like, how have we made it out of that? Yeah, and like I say, whatever the case may be, and I'm just, I suppose in the back of my mind, I'm like, we're lucky we shaved out of that. Do I want I don't want my kid to be the unlucky one. Do you know what I'm saying? That's where it comes from in terms of.
I agree.
I mean?
Look, my parents would probably, if you asked them, would probably thought they kind of tried shielding me from that, and I still ended up in them
Yeah,
situations.
that's what I'm saying.
I think every parent
of
would
us.
probably try
Yeah.
and
But
shield it
what
from
I'm trying to say is, it just thoroughly just depends on the individual of the child. You can go through all of that shit and at one point have an epiphany and go, I want a better life. I've seen this shit, so I'm street smart now. I've got that experience. Now I just want to be better, which is what we've all done. We've all done individually in our own lives. You two known each other your whole lifetime. Done fucked up shit. I've been in situations where I've been behind like pen for a few days and I've fucking realised, fuck, what have I done? My life's gonna fucking change. But at one point, you need to grow up. And some people, unfortunately, don't grow up out of that. That's why they become criminals. That's why they become fucking drug addicts. They go down the fucking wrong road. It all depends on the individual and the environment you're in. At one point, you got to turn around and say, fuck me, enough is enough. I've fucked about. I need to change now. And we've all done that. And we're still growing as people. So you can take your kid out from here, put them there. It might make them soft, whatever. But every single environment, your kid needs to learn to adapt and fucking grow themselves. There's only so much we would be able to do as parents, as fathers, for our kids. The rest depends on them. What is it? You can only give them the bones. It's up to them to walk with it.
Yeah,
That's
you're
just
not
how
wrong,
I see
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I can understand Now, as I'm getting older, how petrifying it must be for parents.
Fuck me.
Yeah, especially in England, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
We've
it
not
must be
even- we've not even
terrifying.
had
Do
them when we're shitting ourselves.
you know what I'm saying?
Bruv, knife crime wasn't even a big thing when we was young.
Oh yeah, nothing. Never even thought about a blade. Never even come into a. You never thought, cause
We got one altercation once. That was 195. But we was the back end of our youth then.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was our 21st birthday.
Was it our 21st?
Yeah.
That was a shit 21st birthday.
Yeah,
And then had a fight in the smoking area.
Yeah, you come and got us. I was like, leave it. You went, no. It's like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, I've been in a few bad situations with knife and shit, but I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about
man.
it. But some bad ones.
Yeah.
So
That
Yeah, but
was
what I'm
always-
saying now, and another thing for advice for your 20s, because this is a very important topic. The ones you need to worry about now are not our age group or the
Yeah.
25, 26-year-old. I'm 29, 28, 29, 30,
two.
32. These are not the people, this age group are not the ones that are carrying. It's the 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds that are all carrying tools
Facts.
now. They're the ones you need to be wary of. It's scary. You know what? Do you know why it is? Because they don't think of the repercussions, and neither did I when I was a kid. Not that I carried a blade, but you don't think. I look back at myself, how cocky I used to be when I used to go nights out and stuff. I'm thinking, bruv,
You're the dog's bollocks. I
Yeah.
can do anything. I
you
can
can
take
do it. You
anyone.
can take on you can take on the world. Like you feel like you're invincible.
Yeah, but you're young. You're full of fucking tests. You're going through puberty. You're going through changes, and
I
that's
know.
the age where, if you think about it, I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole again. But if like a gang was to get kids and want them to do shit,
Yeah.
that's the age you do it.
It's so true.
You can like flaunt. You can show money. You could do this and show them a certain
It's-
lifestyle, and then you're gassed about it. This whole new life. You think you're a man. How you thought you was a bollocks when you was your kid? No, 15, 16, thinking you're a fucking man.
Yeah.
You're not, bruv.
No,
One
no.
geezer will slap you, you're done. But if you're carrying shit, that's it.
Gives you a sense of purpose. When it don't, makes you look like a wally.
100%.
And trust me, it ain't worth it. That's probably one of the. It's so fucked up. Like this is. I can't even believe like people. You won't get away with it either. You're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
That's the maddest
Have you
thing.
seen that video of the guy? He's in the chicken shop,
Yes.
and then two
He's with his
boys.
bird.
Yeah, he's with his bird. Two boys come to rush him, kick the door open, pull a knife out, and then the
He
guy with
pulls
his
a knife
bird
out.
pulls a knife out, and then they just back off. And then people obviously seeing this video and being like, if that guy in the chicken shop didn't have a knife on
He'd
him,
be dead.
He'd be toast.
So
Yeah.
I was literally about to go
And
off
do
the
you know
back.
what, boys? I feel for
Okay.
you, man. Sorry. Yep.
No, go on.
No, that's it.
I was just gonna say, like, it's sad because from what you're saying, I was literally just thinking there's certain parts of the UK even we've not experienced that even if we were put in and go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is like awful. I'm gonna get robbed in here, right? And there's people in those types of environments that probably feel like they have to carry a knife
Yeah.
because if they don't, then it's like I'm gonna get butchered or someone's gonna kill me if I look at them wrong or say something. The only way I'm gonna be able to protect myself is by carrying one. So it's crazy, like how it
Yeah.
kind of works, like in those types of environments. It's almost like a dominoes
It's
effect. Like,
survival.
yeah, bro. Like it's like I don't think we've grown up in like where the slums or the streets are like in a very, very bad area. Like I'm guessing round here was very nice when you guys.
Yeah,
were
when we
younger.
grew up,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
When I was in East London, Essex, where it was nice, and now it's got a bit rough. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of like bad things that happen around in the area, especially in Essex. That's why all the clubs have closed down. You can't go clubbing in Essex
Well, the
anymore.
same as kind of
Yeah.
what Maidstone's gone down.
Yeah.
Down a bit.
All the clubs have gone. Like Lux, new bar.
195.
I think 195 is still about, but Faces, it's
yeah.
all gone. I mean, they've all slightly come back, but what I'm trying to say is, even we, to some sort of respect, go to some parts of the UK, we would be like, what the fuck is this? We ain't seen nothing, boys, I tell you. We can protect ourselves, like we're men, but I'm telling you, certain environments we'll go to, even we'll be like a fucking shock environment, go, where the fuck am I?
Yo, yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
Oops, come
There you
back.
go. See.
No, it's going
So
again.
guys, they've had a bit of a Muumuus have had a bit of a someone's fucked around with their electrics, so that's why you see the colours and stuff are a little bit changed.
We're gonna keep it red.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it.
Sexy,
Fine.
innit?
Sexy red, innit?
Nah.
We went off on a tangent then.
No, but it was a good tangent.
I
I think
like-
it's
Cool, yeah.
good insight because obviously there is probably young boys watching this that probably have been in certain similar situations.
Yeah.
To that.
Facts.
And we feel for you boys, proper.
But trust me, carrying a
Proper.
knife is not the answer. I know his argument. Well, it's not an argument. His point of view, and I do
Yeah.
get it. Like, if,
I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying
Yeah, of
that's the
course.
flip side of it.
yeah,
of course.
100%. But that's the Americans' argument, isn't it?
Yeah,
What's
for
that?
guns, like
Carry to
carrying
protect.
guns.
Carry
Yeah.
to protect.
But do you legalise knives?
No, absolutely not.
Well, technically, knives are legal.
Yeah,
They're not legal
true.
to carry.
It's just the use of them.
Talking on from the youth, just moving this on. Talking from youth, a mistake I think a lot of young guys make now. I don't know if maybe a lot of girls now actually as well, especially at the minute with the talking about the social media age now, is do not go broke trying to act rich, boys.
Live above your means.
Yeah, are very guilty of it. Even to this day, sometimes I spend money. I think, what fuck are you doing, Mason? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're still guilty of it now, so we're still learning that lesson. But we're aware of the fact that we've done it, and then go, okay, cool. Now I'm going to curb it for the next 2 months, 6 weeks, or whatever the case may be. Like, I know it sounds silly, but unnecessary spending, like trying to buy the, listen, we all know that you're not affording them trainers and whatnot. We all know that they're replicas and everything else. Everyone knows that, right? You're the only person that tries to pretend to yourself that it's real clobber. You're not affording that stuff. If you are, it's because you're probably living at home and you're not spending your money on fuck all else, like going on holiday and all that sort of stuff.
Or you're getting in debt.
Or you're getting in debt, yeah. Or you're not saving your money. Please don't do that. Like, honestly, people don't give a fuck. Like, people are really not that bothered, and they're especially not looking at you thinking, fucking hell, he's got this, he's got that, he's got this, and think, how's he affording that? And he's only 20, 21, and they're telling you to do. It's just not the case, man. Everyone knows it's not real. Yes, okay, there will be the odd bod that can afford it. Maybe you got rich, and I'm not knocking it. If I'm one day when I'm rich and my kids want it, I'll buy it for them. I don't give a fuck. But don't try and flaunt it as if it's your own, and don't try and buy all the fake clobber or trying to make it, or basically going broke trying to act rich when people aren't that bothered, man.
I don't know if this is devil's advocate, but do you think it's that bad if someone actually does go and buy fake crepes?
No.
Yeah.
Do you?
You think?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
But what if they like the trainer and they're like, well, one sec, let me land. If they're like, I like the trainer, but I can't afford it, and I'm just gonna go buy this because this isn't above my means, and I just want to wear it and look cool.
They don't like the trainer. They like the fashion statement that comes with the trainer.
I'm saying the odd person that might do.
Like what? Give me a shoe example, because most of them are fucking ugly as fuck anyway. People just wear them because they're designed.
They are, but I'm playing.
Or Dior's are
It
fresh.
doesn't matter what it is. That depends on the individual.
My view on this, on that is, boys, if you want to go and buy that replica clobber, go and buy that replica clobber. But don't then try and flaunt it on your Instagram and stuff like that. That it's real.
Yes.
Right. Don't try putting it on your fucking stories and that, showing off your trainers and your clothes and all this, trying to show that you've got the real stuff and all that. No, show us go and show us when you're out shopping. Then that's how you know you're flexing, right? Don't go if you want to go and buy that clobber, go and buy it, go and wear it. I personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially when you're younger. But then on the other hand, don't try and flaunt it like it's the real stuff.
I think it's
that's where you draw the line.
Yeah, facts. But I was gonna say, I think it's worse if you actually don't have the money and you're saving it to buy the real thing. I think that's worse. Yeah. It's like you're working. I've made £1,000 and I can go buy a pair of fucking trainers.
Are you mad?
And you're working an hourly wage.
That's worse.
I think that's worse.
That is worse, but I still. That is 1,000,000% worse.
Because I just think personally, I'll let you like say what you're gonna know, but I think when you do that, whatever it is you're trying to buy, whether it's a car or a trainer, the novelty fucking wears off.
Oh.
The novelty just wears off, and you
Some
look at it.
stands on them or
whatever it is. It's hard to maintain as well.
Hard.
And I think especially as lads, like if you're buying it to show off or to pull birds, you really don't need to do it.
Yeah,
like realistically, just get into shape, get a nice fitting t-shirt, go on like Arnie or Reese, something that's like reasonably priced, and you will pull birds. Like you do not need a nice watch. You don't need like expensive clothes. You can pull birds just with nice fitting clothes and be in good shape.
If you're in shape wearing just a plain tee, you'll look good.
That will never be out of fashion.
Yeah.
Big facts.
That's
what Mike Thurston says. Like, he just says, I just like my plain fitted tees.
Look at that people like Dan Bilzerian. Look at people like Tate. Like, you don't ever see them in branded gear. Ever. They're just wearing standard clobber.
Do you know how much it's nicer to go into fucking Zara and just wear like just their clothes, for example?
M&S.
Yeah, M&S.
Boys, you would not believe it. Boys, go to M&S and look at the clobber that they have. Go and look at all their t-shirts. Go and look at all their jumpers, their jeans, everything about their stuff is unbelievable. You dress like that, and ain't £25 for a fucking t-shirt, and it'll be one of the nicest t-shirts you've ever put on, boys.
You got this one from Oxfam, no?
What, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They're giving it away.
Yes, boys. Thank you very much for watching. Mistakes you've made in your youth. A big mistake you're making right now is not hitting that subscribe button. So make sure you hit it. Let's get back to the pod. Comment on what you said though. I don't personally think, like maybe you're saying go out and buy a fake clobber and stuff like that.
No. I'm not saying go do it.
You did.
If they no.
You did.
No, I never. No, I never. I said if you buy it.
No, you didn't. You said go out and buy it.
No, I never.
Didn't you?
I don't know.
I don't think you did.
No, I never.
You definitely did.
I said if you want to go and buy it, go and buy it.
Yeah,
but don't try and flaunt it like it's the real stuff.
Okay, well, my caveat to that is I I'm not against people going out to buy the odd thing here and there, but if your whole wardrobe's fake clobber, bruv, I think that's a bit embarrassing.
That is a
Of
bit odd.
course,
bruv. We're not saying that,
Some
man.
people do that. What are you on about, bruv? People
Yeah.
do massive shops and their whole wardrobe is all fake. Everything's fake. The wardrobe is fake clobber. If you want the odd thing here and there, then I can kind of like, oh, I can't.
That's what I meant.
But something there, bruv, there is boys and sometimes girls. Literally, their whole wardrobe is fake Louis, fake Dior,
Yeah,
fake
it's a
Casablanca.
bit
The whole
much.
thing is just all fake.
Yeah, don't get
That's
that.
a bit much. You need the personality, man. Like, fucking stop
Yeah,
that.
That's
but
very
yeah,
true.
brands ain't gonna pull you a bird, boys.
Oh yeah, trust me, they're not.
Like,
And even if it is, you're pulling the wrong type of bird.
Yeah,
Because
just
she
ain't.
only wants you because she thinks you've got money.
Trust
and
me,
you're
bruv. No bird's gonna come up to you on a night and go, "Oh my god, I love your Dior t-shirt."
No,
They
they're
don't
not.
give a fuck.
They
They
don't,
don't care.
give a fuck. They'd rather come up to you in a plain tee and go, "That looks lovely. Where's that from?" Feel it again. Go on.
That's boyfriend. Speaking of designer clothes, boys, we may, if all goes to plan, we may have a sponsor. We may have a sponsor soon. We might have a plug for you boys soon to get some of the freshest garms on the market. Don't want to say too much yet. It's all in the works at the moment. But we might have a big sponsor coming soon, and we'll be able to plug all you boys out, keep you all dripping fresh for the summer, because we'll get what.
don't buy a clobber, but we've got
No.
we've got
But the reason why I'm saying it because it's going to be a discounted rate. Like, you won't be paying through the nose for it. You won't be. You're not going to be paying like thousands of pounds of this club. We're going to get it. It's legit clothing straight from the source, and it'll be a reduced rate. That's why I think it's a good kind of partnership as well, because obviously we want you boys to be dripped out, but we also don't want you breaking the bank and going broke doing it in the process.
100%. And even if we get to the point of advertising this stuff and we're working alongside these people and you can't afford it, don't buy it.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
You will be able to one day.
Yeah.
So,
and if you can't, that's calm.
Like that money that you're spending on garms, you can invest it into yourself. You can go learn in school. You can go do whatever the fuck you want with it. There's so much more you could do with it than spending thousands of pounds on fucking design and stuff. And I don't want to keep going on about this because I feel like we've all made a good point.
right, boys. We've said two. What's a fucking hard lesson you've learned?
One of the biggest mistakes I made in my 20s was smoking. I loved it at the time. I loved it at the time. It was very social at the time, but it fucked me up like really badly. Do you know what? It wasn't even my 20s. It was before my 20s.
I was gonna say, bro, we started smoking like 14.
Yeah, but
I was quite young as well.
what was this pod? Is it before in your early?
It's just youngster, innit?
Okay, cool. And I feel like when I was in school, they used to be marketed as, and like the police used to come in and give talks and stuff, and they say it's a gateway drug. I don't know if I necessarily believe
That's
it.
a load of bullshit.
I don't necessarily believe it's a gateway drug. However, I would openly admit I've done drugs, and I think by far weed is the one that affected me the most, and and I'd say for long term. Now I know it's done on a case by case basis, and it all depends on the individual as well. Because I know people that smoke weed daily and it doesn't affect them at all. It actually sometimes has a very positive effect on their life rather than a negative. I unfortunately found out the hard way. It had a very, very, very negative effect on me. It caused me to have a mental disorder for about 6 months called depersonalization. This is when I was like about, I don't know, about 15, 16 years old. And it was one of the most crippling things that's ever happened to me in my life. And I was a teenager when it happened. And if I wasn't the strong personality that I was and still am, I reckon that may have ruined my life. I genuinely believe that. Because I grew up as a very sociable person and I always had a big group of friends growing up and I was always out and about, that was all I actually knew. And what this disorder called depersonalization did is it makes you detached from reality. That's basically what it means. And everything that is, it's so hard to explain, but basically you look at your arm and your leg and it doesn't look like your arm and the leg anymore. You look at your friends and your family and you feel this sense of detachment, like you don't love them anymore. It feels like you're watching through a cloudy bit of glass onto the real world. Nothing seemed real, and it was the most fucking horrifying experience to go through as a kid, because you are basically a kid at 15, 16 years old. And luckily, because all I knew is how to be sociable, I was still putting myself into them environments, and eventually I come out of it. But it took about 6 months. But I'd have severe anxiety. I thought I was going mentally insane. Anxiety wasn't, like everyone talks about mental health now. Back when I was 15, 16, mental health didn't exist. It was never spoke about. So imagine this. You don't know what mental health is. Anxiety, you've never even heard of it. And all of a sudden, you're losing your fucking marbles. That is exactly what happened to me. And I thought I was going actually insane. And that was caused by... I've never experienced it since then, and hopefully I never experience. I think I'm too mentally strong for that to happen again. But as a youth, that was fucking crippling for me. I used to smoke it quite a lot when I was 15, 16. I'm glad I had the moments I had because I had some very funny experiences on. Very fun at the time, but it didn't actually gain. If I went back in time, I would probably not smoke it. To tell you honest, because I didn't actually gain anything from it. It wasn't like I gained anything that was of any value to me apart from some funny laughs. I just don't think there's any upside for me personally. If I go back in time, I would advise anyone not to smoke weed. And I know it's going to be a very, very controversial thing to say because in America and some countries in the world, it's completely legal and you can smoke it wherever you want. And I know there's probably a lot of weed smokers on here that find medicinal purposes for it. But for me, personally, I would never do it again. That was what
I do agree with you to a certain extent.
Okay.
So I smoked into my latter years. I know Oz smoked into his latter years. But like I would still like even on a weekend I used to wake and bake. I'd get up, go for a run around Greenwich Park, pick up food on my way back. I'd smoke a joint at like 8 o'clock in the morning, no problem, and still crack on my day and do what I need to do. But for those people that do smoke bud and crack on with their lives and have stopped, only those people will know the effect it was having on you whilst you were smoking now that you've stopped. So it's only I stopped for a very long time, then I sort of fell back into the trap of it again. It didn't affect my life in the sense of I still get up at 6 o'clock every day. I still ran, I still went to the gym, but
You didn't go to the gym?
Yeah, I did.
You never used to go to the gym, bro?
No, when I was younger.
I was talking about 3 years ago, bro. COVID days, you wasn't even going to the gym.
Yeah, even then, yeah. I was running too much. I ran all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but maybe the reason
Yeah,
why.
absolutely. And it's not until you stop that you then realise, with no pun intended, the clouded judgment it gives you. When you're trying to make decisions and when you're trying to think about stuff, like you feel as though there is a haze and thinking, am I making the right decision? Yeah, am I not? So, yeah. It's not until you do stop it. So, yes, I would also echo what Yoa said. If you want to smoke a joint, fucking smoke a joint. If you want to go to Amsterdam and get on a whirl and have a whirly. But that is it. You have 1 or 2 a year. Like
recreationally.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, recreationally,
that's absolutely fine.
If I can add my 2 pence to that, I think everything just kind of depends on how you live your life. So don't revolve your life around it.
Yeah.
So too much of anything can be bad. So when you were saying what you were saying, which is quite deep, if you think about it, addiction can be anything to anyone.
Yeah,
it could be too
sugar,
much alcohol. It could be sugar. It could be food. It could be coke. Whatever the fuck it is, all types of drugs. So I think when people are listening to that, they need to kind of see it from their own perspective. And anything that you're taking too much of that you know is not good for you is gonna fuck your life up.
It wasn't an addiction though.
But I'm not saying it was. But there could be people that out there that has that. Or I smoked a lot of when I was young. I wasn't addicted, but my life revolved around it.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything in my teenage years without going and buying. People drank, people done this, people done that. I used to smoke, and it never affected me. I never thought it affected me bad, like in a negative way, but it made me very unproductive.
Yeah, that's the word I was trying to think of, and it couldn't come to
That's what it did to me. Like, I was still sociable, I still did everything, I didn't feel anxiety, I never felt anything, but it made me fucking unproductive as fuck. And it wasn't only till, well, to some sort of respect, reality TV came about, Jersey Shore, Geordie Shore, and I was like, I want to get into shape and all of this. I was like, fuck this, I'm not smoking anymore. I think 2021, I stopped. I never touched it.
It's not even that long ago.
Well, no, when I was 21, I meant.
Oh, sorry.
20 to 21 years old.
All right.
I was on this cruise, I remember my parents, and I was like, I'm not smoking weed anymore. I don't want to smoke cigarettes. I smoked socially. I was like, I'm not doing it. Dropped it all. And my environment completely shifted as well. All the people that I used to hang around with to smoke, I stopped hanging around with those people. I'm not saying they're bad people, but they're my boys, but they were still doing the same thing up until COVID come along. I was like, do you know what? I fancy a joint. I've not touched it for like 9 years. I fancy one, had one, and my pals were still doing the same thing. And their life still revolves around it. And now they're looking at me going, bro, you look wham now, you look sick. I'm like, yeah, because I stopped doing all of this shit and I was able to focus on other things that were going to benefit me. I think if you do smoke weed, and you don't want to completely stop, like you boys said, maybe do it once a week, once every other fucking week when you've earned it, for example. Don't make your life revolve around it. Yeah. And to be honest, like if you're young and you're doing things like coke, ket and all of this, you're fucking crazy because that shit is killing you in the inside, You're going out to these raves and let's be honest, you're 18, you can go to all of these like 338 and all of these types of places. You're fucking yourself up.
Yeah, the new generation is mad, bro. I wasn't even wrapped around any of that when I was like,
innit?
Same. No. I'm not, and our parents might look at us and go, I didn't do it at their age.
Yeah.
But more to the point is, like, I think too much of anything is fucking bad, especially if you're doing drugs at a fucking young age. That is going to ruin you. Imagine, like, sniffing and doing all of that at 14, 15, and kids are doing that.
They are.
15, are you
all the youngers now, they all love Kez.
Bro, that's fucked.
All I'm like, boys, what are you doing, man? Like, what that is doing to your body, you have no idea.
Shitting in a bag.
It's awful, bro. Yeah, it's awful. I think what the key thing you can take away, I think, from what we're saying here is everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Yes, boys and girls, I hope you're enjoying the pod as much as we are. If I could just ask you for one little favour, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get back to the pod.
If you want to try something in life, try it, but don't let it become your life. Don't get hooked on it. Like, just go and try it, enjoy it, and then go, that was a good time. I'm cracking on with my fucking life. And if you are younger and you're doing all of this shit and you're mixing this shit, take a long, hard look at yourself and be like, do you want to be doing this in a 6 months' time, let alone in the next 10 years?
Do you know what they done the other day? It was not the other day. I saw an interview with Keir Starmer. For those who don't know who Keir Starmer is the leader of the Labour Party. And he was like on a talk show. I think it was like the Sun talk show. I didn't know if the Sun had a talk show, but anyway, he was on this talk show, and this journalist was asking him, "Oh, have you ever done drugs before?" And he was like, "I enjoyed my student time. I enjoyed my time as a student." He went, "Yeah, but did you do drugs?" He went, "Yeah, I enjoyed my time as a student." Obviously, as a politician, he was never going to try to answer. And he goes, "Well, have you done drugs as a politician?" He goes, "I'm not getting into this debate." He goes, "Well, since you've been a politician, have you done drugs?" He goes, "Or as a lawyer, did you do drugs?" And he's like, "I'm not getting into this." Do you know what I know from looking at it from an older point of view, he thinks that saying if he admits to it at all, it'll probably have a detrimental effect on his career as a politician. His image and his career as a politician. He might be told to stand down if he admits it or whatever like that. But also, what I think another thing is he's only human, right? And he's only detaching himself more from the public and actual the everyday person. Not that the everyday person does drugs or anything like that, was what I'm trying to say, but they try and make like these people are not part of the same community.
Real world,
like
yeah.
And like if I was in these shoes, I know it's kind of easy for me to sit here and say this, but if I was a politician and someone went, "Oh, did you do drugs?" So yeah, I did drugs. I did it. I tried it. I enjoyed my time and I fucked it off. But they're so scared to even.
Yeah, but bro, I get what you're saying. I completely agree, but I think it is your reputation, and when you're in certain fields, anything you say will get used against you.
Yeah,
right?
but bro, I feel like sometimes you need to own shit and just get on with it.
You do, but all I'm saying is, look at the things that like people do in their lives now, and it catches them down the line. Like, for example, the most silliest example I can give: people going to Love Island, something that they've done at 15 or 16, gets them kicked out. So it's like there is certain things that you do that will haunt you in the future. And I think when people are in certain like careers and professions and positions in their life, they're probably just scared to say the truth, which is why, if you think about it, let's be honest, during COVID, all of those people with the platform didn't say fuck all because they were scared about losing their platform. That's where they make money, that's where they look after themselves and their family. If I say something, I'm fucked. And that's why everyone kept their mouth shut. And people that had the platform, they got fucked.
But what did we say when we started this pod? We want to make sure we're in a position where no one can ever
of course.
Yeah.
But then don't forget the type of like industry we're in. We could talk about this stuff very openly, and the people that view our stuff say, "I love how these boys just say it how it is. There's no sugarcoating it. It's fucking raw," which is what we can do. But again, when you're in certain levels, like controlled by the Matrix, you've got the media behind you. You sold your soul to the fucking media, XYZ, all of these like celebrities. They're fucking shit scared, mate, because that's all they got. Yeah. And once you go against that, you're fucked.
You are. No, I do get it. You are right.
So I agree with you, but then I understand why some of them probably are so far down that hole that they can't turn around and like go against like what you're saying and actually own it.
But you know, you can get to a point where you can create an ecosystem, which I'm trying to build with us lot as a brand, is where you build your own platform so well, like certain other groups have. I'm not going to name drop them, but where you can get cancelled still, but you can nearly become immune to it.
I hear what you're saying.
Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Donald Trump on his 2016 campaign, bruv, literally about 4 weeks before election, they released a video of him saying, I'm not condoning this, by the way, and I don't think this is right that he said this, but I'm saying this is how immune he was to get, he couldn't get cancelled. He said, "I just love women, I just grab him by the pussy."
Yeah, I remember that.
Bruv, that should have finished him. That he's the president running for the leader of the free world, bruv. Like the biggest probably job on the planet. And he got caught 4 weeks before saying, "I just love women, I just grab him by the pussy." That should have ended him.
You know who said that?
You never knew he said that, bruv.
I've seen that.
Bruv, that should have finished him. That should have been done. And he had so much power and so much momentum, and you can't cancel him. He basically got to a point where you can say what you want. Tate, they tried cancelling Tate. I'm gonna have to block the word out for TikTok, but they tried cancelling Tate, it worked momentarily. I mean, look what you have to create an ecosystem if you're going to go into this media world.
Did Trump own that he said that?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, it's locker room talk.
Yeah,
Which
there
it
you go,
was.
that's right.
Which
yeah.
it is.
It's
yeah.
locker room
Yeah,
talk.
you should be able to discuss anything and talk about anything. All right, there are obviously some things that you shouldn't say to people and stuff like that. That's not what we're saying, but you should be able to just have open conversations about exactly what we're talking about, because everyone online tries to sugarcoat that they're a fucking angel and,
Facts,
and this sort of stuff. They're not. Like that. Yo hit nail on the head.
No one is.
People are fucking humans. Even your parents. Like, if my kids say, "Oh my god, Dad, I want to go to Ibiza and do whatever out there," I'll be like, I want them to openly talk about that stuff with me. I don't want my kids to ever hide anything from me that they've done or they want to do. So, Dad, I want to try this. If my son says to me, or even my daughter says, Dad, I want to try a joint. All right, you can try a joint with me. If you want to, your first joint, you want to smoke a joint, you can smoke a joint with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had elder brothers. All right, they definitely weren't role models. So like, I was introduced to stuff at quite a young age, and there's like, but those sorts of lots of things that people do first in their life, I did first with my brothers.
Yeah.
But whether that's a good or bad thing, it is what it is. But Marcus.
No, wait. One more point on this. What you just said. We're talking about free speech when you should be able to say what you want.
Yeah.
In Scotland,
They go.
Yeah, it's changed.
in Scotland, they've just passed a law. This prick called Hamza Yusuf. It's spelled
Hey, Dar.
It's spelled differently. This prick, Hamza Yusuf, has made a law, and it's in law now. If you say something that's offensive online, like we do, you can be arrested for it, bro.
That's crazy.
What?
Tapped, yeah.
Free speech isn't a thing.
Yeah, so this
Free
prick,
speech isn't a thing.
you're a
bro.
prick, by the way, bruv. Hamza Yusuf, you're a prick, by the way, bruv. You're representing the Scottish National Party, and you've created a law where you can't say what you want to say on social media, otherwise you will be arrested for it. They're trying to arrest J.K. Rowling for something right now because she said something.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, they're going after her right now. They sent police to her, bruv. They're going to try and arrest her because of something she tweeted about.
And I'm guessing the way.
What has this fucking world come to?
I'm guessing the way they kind of win that over by law is by saying we're protecting like.
Yeah, cool.
abuse
Online
and stuff.
bullying and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but there is no
Fucking grow a pair, bruv.
there's no guidance. There's no lines.
So this is what I was gonna say. If you think about it,
We're going in a wormhole here.
No, it's
boys.
not. Fuck this. Fuck these guys. No, fuck these politicians. This is good to speak about. We've got a platform. We talk about shit like this. 100%.
I was just
Okay,
gonna say,
fair.
if you think about it, like what is actually trying to do in hindsight is actually not a bad thing, like stopping online abuse and bullying. But the problem is, how is that monetized? Of what it is that you can say and get away with, like where's the line to that?
There is no line.
That's what I'm saying. So if you just can say any odd thing that is that is not abusive, aggressive, or like racist,
So it's just what they consider.
exactly, it's
Yeah,
what they
it's
consider.
dangerous. That is
So
dangerous.
where is
Yeah.
the line to
It's
that?
fascism.
That is dangerous. Yeah, it is fascism.
It's called the hate crime law.
That's that's almost like a
We'd be
dictatorship.
fucked up,
Yeah, it is.
You're saying what we deem is okay or not, and that is it.
Yes. And
Which is what people, another thing people don't understand about governments. They are not there to put these things in place. A government, they are there to serve the people. Like they should not be
serve
putting
them, yeah.
stuff like this in place. It's fucking mental, mate.
You know, it's funny, like all of this stuff we're saying, people, Trump saying this, X, Y, Z, the judge that sentences people to fucking death or whatever, gives them life prison. These people do the same shit.
Yeah.
These people are most
If
corrupt
not
in the
worse.
game. Exactly.
If not
and
worse.
It's crazy because you look at these people in suits and go, they're the ones to fucking lead us. No, they ain't, mate.
Oh man.
they're so out of touch with reality, these people.
Yeah, look at the health ministers, bruv. They're all fat.
Yeah. Facts.
In every country.
Secretary
No.
and that.
In every country, they're all fat.
What the fuck's that about?
In the UK one, she's wedge.
Yeah, she's weird.
She's been bulking, brother, and she's telling me how to live my life. Fuck you.
The whole system needs
Dirty
a...
bitch.
Oh,
needs
Needs
a-
a reboot.
Leeds
Yeah.
wiped out
Yeah.
and start
The
afresh.
whole system's fucked, bruv. The whole system's fucked.
We love going down a
Marcus.
What a mistake that I made.
Give us a life lesson, boy.
I don't really think I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I'm not gonna lie to you lot. But for the sake of this pod, I'll give you one.
This dickhead.
So a mistake I made in my 20s would be probably, it was like between being 20 and like 23, is just not really like focusing on anything. So I was very like, I just like got released from football from Palace, didn't really know what to do, randomly went to uni, didn't really give a fuck about it. And it was like a crucial time where I should have probably like found something that I wanted to do and do it. And I had my dad on one side being like, you could work with me, stupidly didn't. And so I was just like, I was very naive and just didn't really know what the fuck to do. When in reality, I should have just fucking seen how to make money and gone down that route. But I just didn't care about anything. for like 3 years. So I was at uni just not really giving a fuck about anything.
So what would you do then if you go back to that age? What would you do like differently in respect of you just got released from
The thing is,
Palace? What are you doing?
Yeah, I done it out of is naivety a word?
Yeah, naivety is a word. Yeah,
Naivety or what?
yeah,
naivety a word.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I done it out of naivety, so I didn't really know any better. But I think looking back at it now, I would have gone back, spoke to my dad, and been like, "You're obviously making money. Like, why the fuck would I not go work with you?"
Yeah.
And done that earlier instead of later. Instead of wasting 3 years. I wouldn't say I wasted it because it was a good 3 years living in London and like just developing social skills. But in hindsight, financially, I should have just gone to work with them.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. There's just one bit of advice because I know we're coming to the end of the pod. There's one bit of advice that I wish I'd. This is biggest bit of advice.
That was solid though. Let's finish. Let's round that off first.
That was pretty much it anyway.
Was there anything you had done different?
Yeah, I would have gone back and just listened to my dad.
Would you have gone to uni?
No.
Would you still get those veneers as white as you did if you could go back?
Yeah, white.
That's what people say to me. Like, why is your boy's veneers so white? I'm like,
Why would you not get white veneers?
Yeah, I
bruv,
agree
innit?
with you, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if
I
you're
agree
gonna, why
with
would
you.
you get?
I'd
What,
love
that
that.
white?
I would love, bro. I think his teeth are sick, bro.
You think?
Yeah.
I think they're dead. Dead gorgeous.
Hey.
No, I just don't get why you'd get like. I wouldn't just go get like.
I want to get my
white-ish
teeth done, but I don't want. I don't want full set veneers. Like
I don't think they suit everyone.
That's
Like,
not even veneers. That's crowns.
these are crowns. I don't think
Veneers
this
is
would
not
like.
what people think it is, bro.
Like I don't
It's
think
completely-
they wouldn't work on your face. Like if you had the exact same teeth as me, I think everyone's a bit different.
Why did you look confused when I said that?
Because I don't know the difference.
But the difference is his ones, they all got fucking shaved down and got stuck on. That's not how veneers are meant to be. That's crowns. Veneers is literally a fucking small layer of your teeth, little one, and then they put that, and then they build the teeth and they stick it on. It's not meant to be how the people get it in Turkey, which is why everyone's teeth are fucked.
Not necessarily.
No
true,
offense.
but
No, what do you mean it's not?
That's what
yours?
Brian's
That's
got
bro.
done.
Maybe not yours, bro. Did you know how many people go fucking certain places to get some shit veneers done and their teeth are
But I don't
fucked?
get like I get a lot of messages about it. People are like, "Oh, your teeth. Like, have you had any problems?" And I'm like, "I've had mine for 7 years and not had a single problem. One's like fallen out because I ate a nut because they said don't eat anything hard. And it was my own fault and got glued back in. Apart from that, no pain, no nothing. Solid.
Teeth are rotten underneath them, boy.
That teeth like a burnt out fence before, innit?
My teeth were so fucked.
Yeah,
bro.
you did.
That's a
bro.
fucking mistake. If you've got shit teeth, sort it out, bro.
Oh, yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, I'd agree with
People,
that.
you know what? Some people comfort us about having nice teeth.
Couldn't give a fuck.
Which is a madness. My teeth are real, by the way.
Probably because they got shit.
Yeah, I've
teeth.
had nothing. I've never even had braces, bro.
Yeah, you need it.
I don't need fuck all.
Well,
Only thing I need to get that fucking chip. These cunts was the reason I've got that fucking chip on my
Not
teeth.
me.
Weren't me. Drinking out of a bottle like that, out of a beer bottle, someone like that.
We need to
Fucking
get
chips
sponsored
here.
by a teeth whitening
I
kit.
think that could be a mistake though. Not looking after your appearance when you're younger.
Before.
Yeah, I agree.
Boy over it.
For what, you lump, you fucking mug?
What's that?
I don't know. What did he say?
Hair
said we need to
transplant
get-
sponsor.
He said Mason needs a teeth whitening kit sponsor or something.
My teeth are lovely, bro. I never fucking bang straight.
People do always say we got nice teeth, don't it?
Yeah, innit?
I thought it was a compliment.
There was an excuse. Not an excuse. There was a story. Not a story, and a bit of advice. There's two bits of advice anyway. All right, my biggest set of advice for anyone in their younger 20s is don't let your relationship dictate the person you're going to become, because I let that happen and it slowed me down massively. That being said, the lessons that I learned from that are invaluable.
Yeah.
The lessons that I learned from that were invaluable, and it's made me the person I am today. But I wasted about 3 years of my life just fucking being an absolute sausage, not really doing anything, getting comfortable, not really getting my bread up, just fucking lazing about, and not being a man. Basically, I was just being an absolute fucking simp. And if I could go back in time, that's one thing I would definitely change. So don't let a relationship dictate the person that you should become.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It can slow you down. A good woman, I'm not saying the person I was with wasn't a good woman, but a good woman wouldn't hold you back. And if that person is holding you back, you're with the wrong person.
I think at a young age as well, no one's really mature enough to quite understand that.
Yeah.
Like, you'll get that more with not an older woman, but like a woman that's a bit more kind of like socially aware of what the fuck's going on.
Do you know any older women?
Nah, bro, just my mum.
It reminded me of a saying that I mean, this is not just about birds, but they say don't let your past dictate who you are, but let it be a part of like who you will become.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Nice.
So-
You need to know someone's past to know who they are and why they are the person they are today.
Yeah, I agree.
What's that other saying when they say show me a man's habits and I'll tell you his future? Change your habits so you can have a bright future, basically.
Yeah,
you know?
very true.
Everyone's
Same as the
pro-
people around you. There's a
Facts.
very true saying that you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you.
Yeah, I remember when you said that, and it took me a while to understand it.
Yeah. Let properly think about that when I'm
Say it one more time.
you can't change the people around you,
Okay, I got it.
but you can change the people around you.
Yeah, I got it.
Get me.
Yeah, I
Can I
get
ask
it.
you a little question?
Yeah.
It's only because I saw this online.
Think about that, people, and like, think about that.
I'll ask you a lot of question. I just want to see what you lot say.
Go
Only
on.
because I've seen it online. What would you say the meaning of life is?
Oh, that is
Just
what the
objective,
fuck.
bruv. What do you want to do? Film for another hour?
Yeah, innit, bro?
Look,
Fucking
Have
talking
you,
right.
have you got a simple answer for it, you fat
No,
cunt?
I haven't. Do you know what? No, I haven't got a simple answer.
What,
for that, no.
what do you think?
I can give you
Because
an
I
answer.
heard one and I really liked it and I want to share
Oh,
it with you.
okay,
Fuck,
okay,
I'll
cool,
go
cool.
with
Let's
it.
answer it then. Let's answer it.
No,
Right.
go on.
My meaning of life.
What do you mean by simple answer? Like 2-3
Just-
words?
Yeah, just a simple answer. Like, what do you think the meaning of life is? I'm not saying going.
Well, I don't want people coming for me because I said something similar before, and I mean this from a personal standpoint. So don't take this very literal on your behalf. This is coming from me personally. I truly believe the meaning of life is to procreate, create a family, and in the process have fun and love those people around you.
Okay.
You know, mine would be very similar.
Okay.
It's just to enjoy the enjoy your family and friends, create memories.
Okay.
That's it. And yeah, love, man. I think love's important.
I agree. I think
Love is very
building
important.
relationships and having a good,
Like,
it's like
It's important to people to. I think it's important for people to find companionship in your family, your friends, and in a lover as well.
Yeah, go on.
That's
Why?
fine.
So, I think Will Smith actually says this, and I just really liked it. Right. So someone asked him the question, "What is the meaning of life?" And he looks at the interviewer and just goes, "Just stand there and look at me for 30 seconds." And now look at me. Look at me looking at you. He goes, "That's it." He goes, "Just be present." He goes, "You're so caught up in what you've done, what you're gonna do. Everyone's so rushing around to do X, Y, Z. He's like, just be fucking present." I just really liked it.
Yeah, wow.
It's so true. And I thought to myself, brother, I do it so much. Like, sometimes my mum's just there, like talking to me, and I'm on my phone. I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm like, bro, just put your fucking phone down and just be fucking present. Like, speak to your family, speak to your friends, just live the fucking moment. Which is why like these have just fucked this up because everyone's like this, everyone's head down. Sometimes I was on a train the other day and I was looking at everyone's like this, and I'm just looking around going, bro, we're all fucked. We're living in a fucked up era. No one is present anymore. Everyone's so caught up in their own individual like life and it. Like, imagine what you're going through as a person, all the good and the bad. Everyone's got their own fucking episode of it, their own lifestyle, their own series of it. It's like we're not present with each other anymore, and I think being present is the fucking meaning of life.
I think you're so right, man.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
spot
bro.
on.
I'm so guilty of that as well.
Yeah, I am.
I'm trying
Really?
to be
We
more
all are.
conscious about it. I really want to be more conscious about it. Even what we're doing now.
Even sometimes when people like FaceTime, if my dad my dad and my mum pretty much FaceTime me every day, once a day just to check in. And even sometimes then they're on FaceTime and a notification will come through, and while they're still on FaceTime, I'll flick and have a look at it and I'll go, "What'd you say?" I'm like, "Mason, what are you doing, bruv? Like, what are you actually doing, bruv?"
Yeah, I'm guilty of doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? My dad's trying to talk to me. He's like, "What have you been up to today, kid?" I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, I've just been done." I'm like, and all he wants to know is how my day was and what I've been up to. And it's like fucking 3-minute conversation. When sometimes, don't get me wrong, I sit on the phone to him for like an hour, but
There's moments where you feel like, do you know what I always think was just so fucking
Bad,
deep?
man.
I know. it's
one
so-
day that phone ain't gonna ring, bro.
That's what I was
Oh,
gonna
bruv, I
say.
was about to say, I just got goosebumps all over my body. Like,
My phone,
I was
one day,
about to say
like
the same.
someday,
And you'll look back in the moments where you fucked up.
I wish
Trust
we'd
me,
call
bruv.
one more time and I could just hear their voice
Oh,
one
mate.
more fucking time.
honestly, my grandma rang me today, and everyone knows she is my world, mate. And at the moment, I was doing something, and I was just in a bit of a rut, and I didn't answer it, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, Mason?" And then I rang her straight back and sat on the phone to her, but I was like, at the time, I was like, "I can't answer that right now."
I can't lie, I've never not answered the phone to my mum, ever. I've answered every
Unless
call.
I've
Unless I've missed it, obviously I'm not physically there.
Yeah.
Can't, yeah.
I called her straight back, but
I've never, ever declined a call from my mum, ever. I don't think I ever will. Unless, like you said, it's unavoidable, like you can't.
Of
Yeah.
course. And that's why it comes
you need
back
to check yourself, man. Yeah, sometimes you just need
But
to check yourself.
I'm so guilty of what you
I
just
know,
said.
we all are, bro. Everyone, there's
man.
people that are watching probably doing the same. And I've said it before, and I keep saying the same quote, but I fucking love it. Like, love your parents. You're so busy. You're so
yeah.
busy growing up that you often forget that they're getting old.
Spend time with your family, man. If you, that's the
Yeah.
one lesson. Like I've spent loads, but spend time with your fucking family. You don't realize how precious your mum and dad and your grandmother and your aunt, whatever, are to you until you get older and you think, "Fuck me, they're getting old, man."
You know what it is? Because you lot see them every day, you don't realise that they age. Like for me, when I went back to Turkey to see them after like 4 or 5 months, I was like, "Fuck, they've aged."
Yeah. You take it.
Like
You take it.
clocked it.
Oh, your parents?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Because obviously, when I used to see him every single day, don't clock it.
Cool.
So I didn't see him for like 5-6 months, and I went and I was like, they look a bit older.
Oh my
Well,
god.
don't, bruv. Don't.
See?
Don't. That's heartbreaking.
That's like
man.
6 months. Imagine like years.
Exactly. And now you understand that because you're not living with your parents and seeing them every day anymore. So you're not taking it for granted.
Something that really put something like that into perspective was I was listening to something once. A guy's having a conversation. It was a pod, and they're talking about this exact topic. And they said, "How often do you see your parents?" And he went, "Sorry, but how old are your parents?" And he went, I think he said they're like 75, 80. He went, "Okay." And how often do you see them? He went, 3, 4, 5 times a year. He went, "So you realistically, maybe you're going to see your parents another 30 times in their lifetime."
That's fucked.
I knew he was breaking it down.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's
And I was
crazy.
like, fuck. I said, even if you see him once a month, like I see my dad only once a month. But I go and stay with him for like 2, 3, 4 days. But I see him once a month, and I'm like, I only see my dad 12 times a year.
That was what one of my main concerns is when we fuck off.
Like 12
Yeah,
times
me
a
too,
year,
bro.
bro.
We spoke
Like,
about
I want to
this.
come back a lot.
We spoke
I'm
about
not
this.
staying somewhere and not coming back to the UK.
My mum is my best friend, man.
My mum's my
I
best
see her.
friend.
I do everything with my mum, like literally everything.
yeah, so I'm picking my mum up tomorrow. Yeah. It's just like, I mean, when you put stuff like that in perspective, it's kind of like, fucking hell, how am I only seeing my, like, what you're forgetting as well is like, you're their child. Like they want to
Still.
see you all the time. Like you are their baby. They don't care how big I am, like how old you are, or anything like. To them, you are their baby.
Yeah, you're
and
their
that is
everything.
it. Like they just want to know everything you're doing. They want to know you're safe and well. They want to know that you're warm, that you're fed, that you've got a job, that you work, you got money. Like that's all they care about. Trust me, you are on their mind. As soon as they wake up, and as soon as they go to bed, you are what they're thinking about. So yeah, wow. Spend fucking time with your parents,
If
man.
you're lucky enough to still have them around,
Yeah,
spend your
wow.
time with them because they're not going to be here forever. See, you didn't want me to ask that question.
Yeah, we did.
That's EDL for you, isn't it?
Yeah, you just got bare angry at me.
Who got angry, bro?
You did, innit?
They got bear angry in
Bit
it.
shouty, innit?
Yeah, bear shouty in it.
That's
Thanks,
just a
babe.
personality trait now, don't it? Like,
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean?
Anyway, should we wrap this up?
Yeah, that's it. That's a good pod.
Yeah, really good pod. One thing I would say before I go, I just want to say thank you to everyone. That we just dropped the Thailand vlog, and it's been 7 days and 24 hours, and it's done 40,000
days.
views. 40,000 views in just over a week, bruv. It's
Mental,
fucking nuts.
Gentle.
And I know a lot of you are pod supporters as well, so I just wanted to say thank you very much, because if you've made it this far, you're obviously an OG supporter. Thank you very much. We've got more, definitely got more content like that coming this summer.
Inshallah.
This summer's going to be the maddest summer to date, if everything goes to plan, inshallah. So yeah, appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. We're nearly on 3,000.
Come on, man, them.
Yeah, very
And
close.
ladies, we've got a lot of lady followers.
We have,
now
yeah.
as
A
well.
lot of love from the ladies, man.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Girls in the male brain, innit?
If you're over 8 and a
Stop there.
you're
Right,
over
people.
8 out of 10, holler me.
That's
No, let me. That's why I wanted to land.
All right. Do you offer me the sound?
I know, don't say
What
it.
Merck says.
Don't listen to him, bro. Love you, people. See you in the next.
Yeah, you didn't tell him to like, comment, and subscribe.
Comment in the comments section.
Subscribe's the most important. Just subscribe, please. See you in the next.